I'm Gwen Griffin, the Executive Director of Old World Foundation, and today I'm here with Beth Heaney. Beth is our newest trustee and a great addition to our board. She is also serving on our Sunset Soiree fundraising committee. So thanks for joining me today, Beth.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Old World Foundation is an independent nonprofit that supports Old World, Wisconsin, and we are guided by a volunteer board. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Beth's background. Beth, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Absolutely. I was born and raised in a rural community in Dodge County called Lebanon, Wisconsin. I went to Watertown High School. I have degrees from both WCTC and the University of Wisconsin Whitewater. I live in Fort Atkinson with my husband, Dwight, and this August we are going to be celebrating 30 years of marriage.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you. And as my husband has a 30-year history in professional fundraising, that was his career. And in that time, we were able to, as he built his career, we moved around the United States and we have lived in 7 different states. So it's been quite a magnificent journey for us. Now, my background is a little more diverse. I spent the first 15 years of my life in retail, had a short stint in HR. I've been an executive assistant, an office manager, and for 10 plus years, I had my own company as a professional organizer, something I'm still really passionate about. Currently, I work as the legal administrator in the legal department at a wonderful company in Palmyra called Standard Process. And I know, Gwen, you're familiar with Standard Process because they're magnificent supporters of Old World Foundation.
They are. In fact, they're one of our sponsors.
Yes, for the Sunset Soiree.
Yeah, right. Great. Well, what made you decide to apply to become a trustee of Old World Foundation?
Well, there are several reasons, but probably first and foremost is that my grandfather, Alex Grosnick of Lebanon, he and a couple of German gentlemen had this vision to preserve and relocate some of the Pomeranian half timber structures that were prevalent out in the Lebanon, Watertown, Town of Emmett area. Well, fast forward many decades later, that vision ultimately became Old World, Wisconsin in Eagle. Now, my grandfather didn't live long enough to actually see Old World, Wisconsin become what we know it as it is today. But part of why I want to be on the board and enjoy this is because I feel like in some small way, I'm like keeping his legacy alive for something he had a vision about many years ago. And he would be so excited to see what it actually turned into. And I think he'd be proud of me that I'm on the board of trustees. And then also I have a personal interest in antiques and architecture and preservation and history. So this fits very well into my own personal interests. And then lastly, I have enjoyed coming to Old World, Wisconsin for many years, especially the holiday events. And I really want to help perpetuate that for future generations to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you kind of answered this, but why do you support Old World Wisconsin through Old World Foundation?
Well, anyone who has ever been out to Old World, Wisconsin knows what a truly magnificent place it is. The docents and the interactive experiences truly transport you back in time. And, you know, Dwight and I love to travel, and we've been to many living history museums around the United States. And I'm here to tell you, Old World, Wisconsin is up there with the best of them, in our opinion. So by being on the Board of Trustees, I can share that passion for Old World, Wisconsin and help raise funds to maintain and expand this truly magnificent place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there a particular project or program that Old World Foundation has funded for Old World, Wisconsin that you are especially excited about?
Well, you know, there's so many of them, and being that I'm the newest trustee, as you mentioned, I haven't been around for those past projects. This is my first year on the board, but I am very excited about this year's Chairs Challenge to raise funds for the restoration of the interior of the Whit Naples Tavern that you mentioned. There couldn't be a better, more exciting time for me to be on the Board of Trustees because this project is near and dear to my heart. My grandma, Krupsak Grosnick, grew up out in Old Ashippun. In fact, her family homestead is still out there. I drive past it all the time, and my grandfather Alex that I mentioned earlier and my father, they tipped a few beers at the Whitnable Tavern in their time. And in fact, my dad's cousin Irene actually married a Whitnable from Old Ashipin. So you can see I have many family ties to Old Ashipin and the Whitnable's Tavern. And I can't wait to see the Whitnable's Tavern come to life. And, so other people can enjoy a beer or two out there like my grandfather and my dad did many years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really exciting to think that the tavern was built in 1906 and operated until the 80s. So, yeah, it's an exciting project.
I've known many people that have frequented that place. So it's just kind of exciting that it's kind of from the area where I grew up. So.
Right. Well, and each year, as we talk about Sunset Soiree, the chair of our board issues a chair's challenge to challenge those who support Old World Foundation or support Old World Wisconsin through our foundation to raise funds for a particular project or program at Old World Wisconsin. And as you mentioned, this year we're raising money to either renovate and or furnish the interior of Whitnable's Tavern. The exterior renovations have begun, and we're hoping that we can help wrap up the interior renovations. And those who donate $250 or more will receive an invitation for two to a celebration at Old World Wisconsin to thank them for their gifts. And this year, the celebration, which is called our Sunset Soiree, will be held on August 20th. So it's an exciting time for our annual fundraiser. And you can see the poster over my shoulder to remind people to go on our website and donate for that. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention about the evening, Beth?
Yeah, actually there is. I'm really looking forward, Gwen, to this event on August 20th at Old World. And I, like you mentioned, I've been on the committee, and the whole committee and I, we worked very hard all year to acquire some really magnificent exclusive raffle prizes to have that evening. And I'd just like to highlight, if I may, a few of them right now. We have one that we're calling the MKE experience, and we've gotten all sorts of gift certificates to different places and restaurants in Milwaukee. We did the same in Lake Geneva. We have all sorts of gift certificates to experience and have a wonderful weekend there. And then the Belfry Kitchen in Delafield, Wisconsin, so graciously donated a dinner for 4 with wine pairing to their wonderful restaurant. Now, all these, there are a few more raffle prizes, but all of them I think are worth like $300 or more. So they're rather exclusive, significant raffle prizes. So we really hope that everyone, or many people will, everyone would be great, but we hope many people will donate to this Chairs Challenge project of restoring the interior of the Whitnable's Tavern, and then be able to join us on August 20th for the Sunset Soiree.
Yeah. And I should mention, our goal is to raise $35,000, and we do have a matching grant that we've received from 2 of our trustees for $11,500. So all donations up to $11,500 will be matched at 100%. So we can be well on our way to our goal if we make that. So that's awesome.
Now that's really exciting too. I'm looking forward to this event, and I hope lots of people will join us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Beth. Each month we plan to introduce our supporters to one of our trustees. So we ask people to stay tuned for more information on that. And for more information on Sunset Soiree and Old World Foundation and how we support Old World Wisconsin, please visit our website at oldworldfoundation.org. So thanks again, Beth, and we hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we hope to see everyone on August 20th.
Thank you, Gwen. It was my pleasure.
Mm-hmm.